through resource stocks, right? So what happens if the financial sector's looking sick, right? We pull that sector up, we pull it up in a minute, we will. I'll go through the sectors if you like. If you have nothing else, we'll go through the sectors. We'll go through a top-down approach if you like. We'll know straight away what the one stock is, as opposed to going looking for them. So it's a two-edged sword, but it's a good point to bring up, right? Does that answer your question?
Yeah. It's the same with really, options, it's the same with really.
I just can't, I haven't traded. I learned to trade Australian options, and I just gave them up. It's just too hard. The market maker, because of the volumes, the market makers just manipulated, right? You can't get out. And it's a very hard way to make money, and it's a whole different ballgame in the States. It's serious. And it was intriguing when I was taught to trade over there, like they were concerned about volumes that I just go, wow, look how many, they were frightened about it, right? Well, there's some serious volume over there, and you just compare it to the Australian market. And what can you, in options, what can I trade in Australia? 4 banks, BHP, Rio, and they're hard buggers to trade anyway. I find them very hard to trade, that's just me. Because they're influenced by so many things, right? And they're up and down like a yo-yo, so I find that more difficult. I'd rather trade something that, like those charts that I showed you, right? Like an Apple or, it's much easier for me to trade. But doing these ones, I don't like that. I mean, as a trader and an options trader, I want volatility. Well, not necessarily, right? If I'm buying stocks, I want low volatility when I'm buying, right? That's why if you go back to this strategy here, you want to be watching this, and if you do, if anyone knows options trading, you want to be buying that a little bit early, right? Because once the volatility explodes, I've missed the run in options, right? Then I have to use an ETF, right? And that's why I have that in my armour. It's like if I've missed, because it's slower off the mark, and that follows, tracks it, except trying to jump on with options then becomes a difficult game. And you know, like there's a lot more swings with it, so that's me personally. But I prefer to, if I've got a choice, I've just learned, you just look for charts like that. Now, if that's the indice chart, there's a bucket load of those charts that look like that, so why wouldn't I trade that? And you go back to the pullbacks, they're just really minimal, aren't they? Just lovely. I don't mind that. That's no headaches. When it comes back to the 89, that's a headache. Well, generally my stocks before that anyway. Nearly always.
You just mentioned with hedging and using right products to do that, but I mean, on the way up with those stocks, how it goes for stock into on the way down, volatility is increased obviously, and hence the stock placement tend to get quite snatched.
Yep. The only answer I have for that is just look at a tool that helps you avoid that, but you'll pay for it, like with insurance premium, is to use a guaranteed stop loss on the CFD, right? And because it costs me extra, and I go, it's just insurance, dude. Like, I just, you know, people have a $20,000 home, and I'm not sure that. Flying around with $100,000 in the market, and oh no, that costs money. Well, I don't get it. Because that's what hedging is, right? So that's how I get around it. I don't do all of that, and it depends what time, and it depends on like the environment. As I'm saying here, by doing this, will make you sensitive to the environment for turning points. So I don't know, like you're all going to be different types of traders, right? So I don't know if you do it daily. Some might just sit there at the end of the week, and that's fine. Like active investing. Whole stuff. I don't have a problem with it. They go once a week. I can't do that. I'm much more active. But if you're in the markets and you're trading a lot, I mean, you've got to be doing that. And I highly recommend this. You'll find this to be an invaluable tool. It won't be next week. It'll be, you're just going to get used to it. It takes less than 5 minutes. I have basically all those set up on the internet, and just in my favourites, bang, bang, bang. Doesn't take long. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
Did you notice there's divergence between the XJO or the VIX?
Did I notice divergence? Are you talking about the Australian VIX or the...
Both. The SPX and the American VIX and the XJO and the Australian VIX.
No, I haven't.
Yeah. So the market's pretty close to an all-time high, and the VIX should be right down the bottom, right?
Yeah.
They're not. They're kind of halfway up. So you've got divergence on the VIX.
Don't really look at the Australian VIX, but I'm agreeing with you. We've got a high market, and the VIX got down to about 9, 10. It's around 15, 16, wants to go to 20.
It's about halfway up.
Yeah.
It should be at the bottom.
No, this is my point. If you have a look at the skew and stuff like that, this is hedge fund traders starting to buy puts, right? So interestingly enough, that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
What do they know that we don't know? And the reason that I presented this today, I'm going to present something else because I thought that was fit for the market at this point in time. Does that make sense? I think it's an invaluable tool for you to take away at this point in time. So what I did is this other stuff I'll carry to the next meeting. Right? I'd like to go through Fibonacci's with you. I think you'll be surprised. I used to just go off Fibonacci's a few times, and then when someone sat down with me one day and we spent hours on it, I was like, wow. Anyway, maybe I need to do that. Anyway, have we got any other questions?
Reporting season should get into full swing next week.
What's that, sorry?
Reporting season will get
yes.
into full swing next week. Do you take any notice of that, or are you purely technical?
Well, I actually trade the US reporting season because 4 times a year, and it presents a whole lot of trading opportunities, right? And if you want, I'm happy to. We are not threatened before. We'll send out a survey shortly because I just want to see what the club members want me to present, right? I'm happy to present a strategy on earnings trades, right? I love earnings trades. So I don't do them in Australia, I just do them in the US. And then I can show you all the websites I go because there's earnings whisper, so I see where all the earnings come up. So I have a whole strategy, and then we look at those companies, and then there's another website that shows you how they perform after each. So you can put that on and you see the last 10 earnings, and if they get 8 out of 10 that they go up before the earnings announcement, then I trade those shares. It's a very neat little strategy. But I do it with US stocks, not Aussie stocks.
How much do you do US versus Aussie? Sounds like US is a big focus for you, right?
Yeah, probably 50-50 to be honest with you. So I get up in the morning from say 9:30 till 10:30, put it away, and then from 3:30 to 4:15. And then generally from 4:30 till about 6 o'clock, I do US stuff because before the market opens. And then I might get up at 6 o'clock because with daylight saving the market closes at 8 o'clock in the morning. So that's, to me, that's fine. I'm used to construction house, that suits me. I just get up in my underwear and go to the computer at 6 o'clock. So it doesn't take a lot of time. I don't spend all day. I don't day trade. I positional trade, which means I could close out a position the next day. But I generally day trade. So I look at day charts. Sometimes I might look at an intranet chart to dance into the stock if I want it. I'll day trade that, but it's still a day position. It's based on the daily chart. It's got a daily and a weekly day. Daily can become weekly if that makes sense, long term. Weekly is really for the superannuation, just keep them happy. So to answer your question, it's probably 50-50, because the American market offers just so many more opportunities, just so many more. The only thing is it's a bit overwhelming in the beginning because they're so big. It's a bit like going to Las Vegas and going, wow, ding, 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 you know what I mean? Like, but once you get used to it, just limit yourself. So just go and pick 3 odd sectors, go and find stocks out of that. Earnings trades are fantastic. Trend trade stuff. Do you know how many stocks look like those charts I showed you up there before? Like, there's lots of them. So the opportunities are much more, right? As the gentleman said, there's earnings trades, but I don't do them in Australia, they just don't work out. They don't work like they do in the States, right? And I mean, the Australian market, if you go from the GFC, we've only just gone an all-time high territory. It's taken that whole time. The US is 300% higher. It's gone from 750 low down in 2009, the S&P up to 3,300. So what chart do you want to trade? The Australian chart, the ASX 200, or you want to trade the S&P 500? This is my point. So I learned to trade on the Australian market, right? And then just realised at the end of the day, it's just another chart, it's just another. And it's so much easier these days. Well, when I started trading, things were a lot harder. When I started trading back in the 80s, you had to ring a broker. You know, you had to take a check into the broker. It was days, and there's no charts, and it's just so different. And you know, there's different instruments now. You know, exchange traded funds, that's an easy way to do it. Like if you like IT, just get the ETF, now you don't have to go looking for the stocks. You can put it up there, it'll chart it for you. You just follow that. That can be a lot easier. You can make your life quite simple. Well, you just have 3 ETFs on the 3 odd sectors. Depends how much time you're going to put into it, you know what I mean? I suppose I enjoy the challenge of finding, you know what I mean? So, I suppose you just find your own way, and it's good. Everyone has to find their own way eventually, right? And as I said, the gentleman here was aware of yourself. You come here, if you go away with one little golden nugget that you can put into what you're doing, that's why you come here, right? To be honest with you, I know it doesn't seem much. I covered a whole lot of stuff. I covered 2 days worth of stuff and condensed into one with that stuff there, right? But I've tried to simplify it for you and don't go any more than this bullshit average you need, right? And hopefully you're a tool, and I'd be interested for feedback. It's one of the best overbought tools I've ever seen, and oversold tools. We can go to indicators. I don't pay much attention to indicators, to be quite honest with you. I just looked at this when I was being coached by a hedge fund trader, and he took me through his stuff, and this is the way they think and operate, right? So I go, these guys, they make hundreds of millions of dollars, right? Not just hundreds of thousands. So, and this is the way they look at the market. Anyway, if someone can give me something that's valuable, I take that away. If I think it's good, I share it with you. If I don't, I won't. That's the way it works. Do you have any other questions?
So, I've traded in Australia abroad mainly. What platforms do you use for US market?
Who do I trade through?
Yeah.
Interactive brokers.
Sorry?
Interactive brokers.
Right.
So I use a company that's called Legion Trader. They're here in Sydney. But it's just a white platform for interactive broking. I just want someone here because interactive broking is an American thing. You can never talk to anyone. It was driving me crazy, right? It was very hard to set up the accounts. I did it years ago and gave up. So did Neil. We had about 3 cracks at it. And it's half the reason it took me so long to get into the US markets because it wasn't easy. So I use interactive brokers. Cheap's like $1 a trade or something. It's like much cheaper than Australia. You can trade Australian shares off it too. I don't. I stick. Once I get used to things, I'm a little bit stubborn sometimes. I'm still trading on the Comsec platform because I know it back to front, right? And I'm paying through my teeth through it. I sort of half know that, and I should be using other instruments, right? But I do that, and I've got CFD platform which I use IG markets for guaranteed stock losses. I swear by them, other people poo-poo them. It's your business. It's the way that you can get around what you're doing. Because that will come to a point where you get a lot of slippage, right? And you do that in bear markets, right? They overrun the shorts. That is a big threat in a bear market. That's when you're trading a bear market, you've got to have that in mind. I would be using guaranteed stocks in a bear market. We're not there yet. Because it's much more orderly. Does that make sense? The market at the moment is much more orderly. Because we're in that sort of bull market, crying in the world of worry. We have an interesting week. I believe we're going to have an interesting week this week. It's my opinion. I couldn't believe that we actually went higher here. I thought we were going to get, I thought this was going to be the pullback. This down here, but I would have liked to see a deeper pullback. But you read, like I've read CNC, there's like all their gurus going, what's going on? People are just desperate to get out of the market. But I don't believe that desperation's even started yet. That's the scary thing. Has anyone been exposed to bubble markets?
No.
Well, you all had. Sydney property market was a bubble market a few years ago. Right? The Japanese market did the same thing. I remember there's a documentary, it's called The Bubble, if you ever see that, and it's about Japan. And it was about the Japanese economy in 1989. It's a fantastic, if it ever comes across, just watch that. It's called The Bubble, not even there on YouTube. But it's about, I just couldn't believe it. It was just like, people doing what they're doing in Sydney, but on steroids. They were interviewing these Japanese guys and girls, and they were literally going and buying a unit one day and selling it for $1 million more the next day. And I saw this back in 1990, right? And I showed you the market. It still hasn't reached it hasn't gone anywhere near its all-time highs, right? I remember in the 80s, and some people will remember this too, Japan was going to be the biggest economy in the world. It was the second biggest economy till that collapsed.
Well, we saw it over here in
Golf courses. Oh, because Japanese love, and remember Gold Coast, that bubbled as well. They love Gold Coast.
As soon as they pulled out,
That was the beginning of the end. So, having been through what I think are lots of bubbles, if you trade enough in the stock markets, you're going to get bubbles, right? We had IT bubbles, we had mining bubbles, and they can be different resources at different times. Remember lithium? Great trading some of those stocks, right? But I'd go back to nickel and, well, remember Poseidon? That's an old one, went from 80 cents to $280. It just goes on and on and on and on, and we see them time and time again. They're really, I like trading them, but you need to be careful, right? And it's good if you've had experience at it before, right? So generally, fingers pretty close to the button, if that makes sense. But they're fantastic opportunities, and to be honest with you, I'm seeing that again. I'm seeing gold perhaps starting to bubble up a bit. Gold, silver, and that makes sense where there's a world that's a little bit worried, because there's another. Now let's talk about gold for a minute. Right? There's an asset class. There's an asset class people have forgotten about. You talk about asset allocation. What is it? It's cash, bonds, shares, property, residential, property, commercial. Then we have bullion. Is actually another asset class. Who talks about bullion as an asset class? Is there anything you can make, you know what I always hear people say to me? You don't get dividends out of gold, can't make money out of gold, you don't get a return. Well, sadly, shortly you're not going to get a return on your cash. You might even have to pay the bank to leave it, right? Then we'll see what gold does. Firstly. And then people forget that gold was actually money. That's where money came from. It's made out of silver and gold, funnily enough. And it was called the gold standard. Money was linked to the gold standard because people didn't trust a piece of paper. I'm sure I mentioned this last time. My father came from them. He used to go on about worthless pieces of money and yada yada. I was going, shut up, stop talking about the war. Like, I don't want to hear about it. But unfortunately, he'd seen a reset. This is where people in Germany went up with their wheelbarrows, came back with a couple of coins in there. It's like, that's what's called a reset. Instead of calling it the mark, they called it the Deutsche Mark. Wow. It's worth a whole lot more. And guess what? All debt just disappeared, folks. When you pull a rabbit out of the hat. So that's quite scary, right? And then, but talking back to gold, so I actually follow gold as well, and it's actually in a bull market. So it's gone up from 2000 to, do you have a look at gold? Does anyone have a look at gold or not? It's always sure. Yep. So, you see it had a big run from 2000, topped out to 2011. Is there anyone that does Elliott Wave? I don't. You're a bit of an Elliott Wave person, aren't you? Anyway, they have the five phases, isn't it? Okay, so that's 1, 2, and we've just started on the third one. That's what that is. So if you go back to gold, I don't have it this far back. I can't pull it up on that, so I probably could on a monthly. But gold basically had a run from when Nixon in 71 decoupled it from the gold standard, the dollar, US dollar. And at the time, was it 33 or 31? I think it's 33. It was pegged at $33. Is that right? It was a knob. And then, so when you decoupled it, from 1971 to 1980, gold went from $31 up to $800. So it pulled right back down to 250, right? Back in 2000, it's gone from 2000 to 2011, went up to a high of 1950. Don't quote me, it's around that. It's 1900 and something. We're not quite back there. Now we're back up to about 1500, right? But this is the next leg. By all charting patterns, this looks like the next leg. And this is generally the biggest leg, isn't it? The third wave.
Strongest one could be
strongest one, and then we'll get another bubble one. The last fifth one, isn't it? Like a bubble one. Anyway, we're only just beginning, ladies and gentlemen, from last year. That just started in 2019. Now it's already started, but have a look at the stacked EMAs. That's on a weekly chart. They're stacked. Right, I'm just saying to you, just bringing you, pointing you to it, right? There's been a great trading opportunity already because it's already gone from 1100 up to 1500. Now, that's in US dollars. You know what it's done with every other currency? It's like unbelievable. So how much is gold in Australian currency, ladies and gentlemen? about 240. So I started buying gold back in 14, 15, 16, still bits and pieces of it. Because I'd sort of lost interest in it. And then with all this stuff about the cash and looking into debts and stuff like that, I just thought, you know what, I need to have a little bit of what I call insurance. That's what it is to me. So I started buying when our dollar was on parity with the US dollar. And it was about $1,100 then. And it's now $2,400 a few years later. So don't tell me you can't make money out of gold. Right. So it's a currency hedge as well, which I didn't realise at the time. And I probably would have loaded up because I was fairly confident that our Aussie dollar would go out the US dollar. And if I thought about it well enough, I probably would have loaded up some more. But what I'm trying to say now, like, what's the Aussie dollar now? 68, is it? 68? 67, right. It's tragic. So we've lost 33%, right? And basically, in the US, because we see gold in US dollar prices, it's had the least trend of any other country around the whole world. Like, it's gone gangbusters in most currencies, including ours. Now, if you listen to these, which I don't, economic forecasters, they're suggesting it'd be fair for the Aussie to be around 50 US. Some saying it'd be nice for our trade if we go down to about 30 cents. I mean, it's going, yeah, well, I've already stopped travelling at 67. That'll do me. I was travelling to Australia. I love Australia anyway. But I generally, in winter, I go over to Southeast Asia because I can't stand the cold. It's too cold for children. So I go and sook over there for a couple of months. Oh, that's not only, I went there last year and it was just like ridiculous, repriced. Like I sit on a plastic stool with a plastic fan where people aren't getting proper wages and not paying tax. There's no air conditioning and they're charging me $7 a beer and I go down the harbour upstairs here for $5. And people are being paid properly, I've got air conditioning and I watch the tab. Like, are you serious? So I just went, nah, I'll stay at home. So I soaked up in cans this year, and I saved a bomb. And I kept the money in our own country. So I thought, no, you don't have to go to that. Because it was, I went there because it's so cheap before, right? Well, it's not cheap anymore. I was saying I went to Wahine. I hadn't been there. And I thought, oh, that would be great to go down to Wahine because that's where the king was. That would be really cool. Right? So I went down there. It was right, filthy beaches again. There's lots, you can tell there's lots of rich people living along the beach there. But I was getting a meal, so I went down, they've got night markets there, like. So they got these prawns that are about this big. So I went down there, I had lobsters, right? And I'd say, so every night I went down there, because I had some bad stuff on this holiday in Europe, and I thought I just want to end it nicely. So I got business class over there, and I was going to treat myself. Extended my holiday and I thought stay in Thailand for 2 weeks. And anyway, so I was eating prawn every night. It's so nice because I go one night I had prawn, pad kapow, and next night red curry prawn, whatever, right? And every night I get stuff. It's costing me $50 a night. This is sitting outside in the marketplace with a long neck, which was cheap. The long neck was cheap, but my point being is it's not cheap anymore, right? And this is with the currency how I got it off of that thing. So gold to me, if you're looking for something else to trade, which is tradable as well, is just start. That's just a trend starting, which is interesting. Who's first? Yeah.
On gold, what do you trade physical gold? Trade derivatives?
Very good question. I actually buy physical gold, which I hold in the vault, and I buy silver as well because
That's the only safe. With other vehicles buy gold.
I've been honest with that. I I was buying for insurance, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know what's going on, and to me this is crazy. So normally, and I top it up because I'm very bullish on gold and silver, because if you know gold, you understand there's a gold-silver ratio as well, and it's stretched so far to one way. So originally gold, when it was money, it was always pegged historically. There was 1 ounce, 15 ounces of silver or 1 ounce of gold, so it's 15 to 1, right? Can anyone guess what the ratio is now? It's up near 90. Now this is a ratio that does this, like every other ratio, or VIX or whatever. So to me that makes it exciting. So if I like gold, why wouldn't I like silver? Because there's the potential, if that retraces, if that comes back in, and it came back in and silver took the start shooting up and showing the charts, right? It came from 94 to 87, but it's got a long way to go. It'll at least come back to 30 at some point. Where if this goes off its rocker, silver will follow it at some point. Except silver's a lot more volatile. So getting back to answering your question is, because I don't trust the system at this point in time, because I'll tell you why I don't trust the system. Just look at charts of Deutsche Bank. It's one of the biggest banks in the world, right? It looks just like a chart for a company I work with, which is called Walter Construction. Came from the same country, right? Which bought out the construction company I work for, Concrete Constructions. And I remember there, when I watched the chart go from 60 bucks to 30 cents, there was a huge problem. I said, a few of you laugh. We're going to have a look at Deutsche Bank. I tell you, it's not a problem there. Now, if they collapse, which I don't believe that they will, because there'll be a bailout, they'll have to. Because if they collapse, then we're all in serious trouble. But there's more banks that are in trouble. There's JP Morgan, which is also one of the biggest banks in the world, and because of their manipulation, you can read all about it. There's a couple of people recently gone to jail over manipulation of gold and silver, suppressing it, buying all their puts. Anyway, they're loaded up, so if this thing starts going off, if this goes off, they'll go broke. Because they're that short gold, big time, anyway. Now, my concern is, so bullion, to still answer your question, sir, is that there are 7 times as many futures for gold than there's ever been dug out of the ground. So futures is a contract. So when people call up that contract, what's going to happen? Now, people when people start getting wind of that, what do you think will happen to the gold price? It's going to get squeezed, right? Because then when people want to grab what's theirs, right? So we've got all that to contend with in the future. That's the start. So I don't think the banks know how they're going to unwind these positions. And you just go. So the advice is to people with gold is like, don't hold it in these banks, because if they collapse, you won't be able to go into the vault and get it. So I've got it in independent vaults, right? That's just my personal opinion, and I'm not scaremongering you, it's just for insurance, right? So that's what I do. However, because I'm bullish, I buy stocks in it, and I also trade the indices. But what concerns me about the indices, because these paper assets, if they explode, they will become worthless. And I have to be aware of that, right? So I want to keep some gold, because what I lose there, I'll make there, if that makes sense. And I don't know, have you read anything about Venezuela? And what's happened there? You know their currency's collapsed, completely collapsed. You know they have a cryptocurrency, okay? Stuff them up. because they were one of the richest countries in the world because they had such big oil reserves, and they've got other commodities. When the oil went from 150, because government was borrowing money and everyone was like buying houses, and because we're rich over here, right? Then oil collapsed, and just because the government was in such debt, couldn't keep paying the interest, and the currency got smacked. So they've gone into what's called hyperinflation. So I'll give you an example, right? So 1 ounce of silver in Venezuela in June 2018, it's 18 months ago, was worth 27 Bolivia, I think we pronounce it. I'm sorry if I didn't pronounce it correct, was their currency, right? In Australia, roughly an ounce of silver, does anyone know? Aussie dollars? It's about 26, 27, about the same, right? How much is an ounce of silver now? Does anyone know? Over there. 10.5 million Bolivia. That's a bubble, my friend. That's a bubble. Because what's happened is their currency's collapsed. So the people were buying houses with 2 ounces of silver. Because commodities are in US prices, right? So they were protected. You've got real assets, what gold and silver. Like if our currency prices, I can't see it, but we've got a government that wants to push it down. Why wouldn't we? Why would we go from the trade at 20 cents? Because we're looking real good then as a nation. They don't care about us. You know what I mean? We won't go on holidays there overseas, trust me. I'm saying, I don't think we could get down there. Who knows? Who cares? But what I'm saying is that it also hedges against that, right? And unfortunately, as things get worse, they're still going to keep gravitating this US dollar because they think it's safe. And you only have to read the International Monetary Fund and look what China's been doing for years. And this is one of the reasons I started buying it. China's been buying gold for years. And Russia's joined the bandwagon, and so have all the central banks over the last 12 months have all been buying gold. Right? Thus, you've got that. What does the Reserve Banks know that we don't know? That's my question. I don't know. I'm not even suggesting. I'm just saying, I'm just watching money flow. And some of that stuff I know will be a hard asset at the end of the day. Now, Venezuela went through a chaotic time. They've fixed that there. And let me point this out, ladies and gentlemen, is that the best thing to control people is to initiate chaos and then come and fix that. Huh? It's the honest thing. And that's what I see is happening now. We're heading towards chaos, right? All around the world. Like, the problem is here in Sydney, Australia, we're so insulated from the rest of the world. Mate, there's riots in Lebanon, there's riots in France, you can Google this yourself. In South America, in Colombia, in Venezuela, everywhere. It's nice here at the moment, right? But it's terrible all over the world. And we just don't see that here. We're not really, we're so far away from it. It's just close to it, isn't it? Sorry, I'll get to this next question. Sorry, sir.
You were saying, why would you buy gold when you buy silver? Silver's better. I often wonder why people talk about gold so much.
No, I didn't say silver's better.
I just want to make a point.
Explain why.
There is a stock on the market which is, okay, in the last, since 2012, gold's gone up 310%. And the stock that I'm thinking of has gone up 10,500%. Gold has a pretty ordinary chart. The stock I'm thinking of goes up in a straight line, almost without correction. The stock I'm thinking about is CSL. It's gone from $2.65.
But that's not gold stock.
I'm just comparing gold with CSL. CSL was $2.65 in July 03. It's now $320. It's gone up 84% in the last year. and it's currently trending up over 6 months, 104% a year. I don't know what the stock is gold when we've got stocks like that.
I don't know, just look, yeah, and then like when does it come to the end of its run? But I'm talking about diversification. Well, there's nothing wrong. I mean, the last meeting I talked about CSL, it's probably one of the first stocks I want to jump on. Right? We just, I don't know why we're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about asset allocation. Right? So I'm saying, don't keep all your thinking. I don't keep it all in just stocks, right? Yeah, we talked about bullion and doing another, an asset class is what I was talking about. And I'm not encouraging you to buy gold. It was just the conversation drifted into whys, wheres and hows. And silver, I don't like silver better, I said I do like silver, but diversification at the end is the key. It's not just about having one thing. So that's probably our best performing stock on the ASX. And I said it last time, that's the first stock I'll be looking to buy. But I won't buy it up like that.
I think it's now got a bigger market cap than Commonwealth Bank as of last week.
That's correct. So we get a different mixture. Ladies and gentlemen, I promised to come and finish my talk today because they've got UFC fighting this afternoon. So